Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today I'm going to be unboxing Apple's all-new early 2015 MacBook Air. Now yesterday, during Apple's Spring Forward media event where they announced additional Apple Watch features and revealed the new MacBook, they also announced minor MacBook Air and MacBook Pro updates. This particular 13-inch model is the base, which starts at $999, whereas its 11-inch counterpart starts at $100 less. And one new thing that I'm really excited about that's lacking in this refreshed MacBook Air but will be found in the new MacBook, as well as the 13-inch MacBook Pro, which I have on order that will arrive soon, and I will definitely demonstrate it for you guys, is the revised trackpad. Due to the fact that the new MacBook is so thin, Apple had to completely reinvent the trackpad. It features the same Taptic engine that will be found in the forthcoming Apple Watch. It's simply a glass surface with pressure sensors underneath it that's able to distinguish how hard you're actually pressing, and it adds a third option. So you'll have your regular clicks, your right clicks, and then you'll have your force clicks, which will actually do different things. Let's take a look at the box itself. So flipping it over on the bottom here, it simply says MacBook Air, same exact thing as on the top, and on each of the sides it has an Apple logo. Alright, and quickly running over the specs here, this lower end 13-inch MacBook Air is powered by Intel's new Broadwell 1.6 GHz dual-core Intel Core i5 CPU with turbo boost up to 2.7 GHz. It features 4 GB of onboard 1600 MHz LPDDR3 SD RAM, 128 GB of internal flash storage. Again, it's a 13-inch display measuring diagonally. That's LED backlit with a resolution of 1440 by 900 pixels. It has Intel's HD Graphics 6000 chip, FaceTime HD camera, an SD card slot, and 2 USB 3.0 ports, as well as a headphone jack port, stereo speakers, 2 Thunderbolt ports for high-speed I/O and backwards compatibility with mini DisplayPort devices, 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, and of course it's pre-installed with OS 10.10 Yosemite. Alright, so using a knife, we're going to cut through the plastic that's protecting the box here, and we'll get straight into this unboxing and quick review of the new early 2015 MacBook Air. Alright, and quickly lifting the lid reveals the MacBook sitting directly on top, and using the conveniently placed plastic tab, we're going to lift the MacBook Air out of the box here, and we're going to set it off to the side and go over the contents of the box before returning to the laptop itself. Alright, so now inside of the box here we have a few things that should be familiar. At the top we have the charging and power adapter here. Let's go ahead and take it out of this sleeve that's protecting it, and I'm going to take off the plastic as well from the actual brick. This is a US wall outlet one, so you can buy other versions or adapters, and of course if you live outside of the US, the one that you receive will come shipped with the proper adapter. But anyway, if you wanted to extend it, all you have to do is just pull that piece out as usual, and then you can plug in this other piece here, and then it gives you extra cable to actually plug into the wall that way. Of course, like all of the MacBook Air chargers before it. And this one, like its predecessor, does feature Apple's MagSafe 2 charging connector as well. So let's go ahead and return back here to the envelope at the bottom of the box. Alright, now lifting it out, we should just have a few things in here. We are greeted with a little sheet of paper that says MacBook Air. It's the quick start guide. Going through both sides here, it's just a quick overview of the MacBook Air itself. On the front, we have some ports labeled. Flipping it over on the back, it does reveal some general things about OS 10 Yosemite. And now returning, we have just this MacBook Air info sheet. Nothing really too important here, as well as 2 Apple logo stickers. No microfiber cleaning cloth is included with the MacBook Air, unfortunately. Alright, now let's return to the start of this video, the MacBook Air itself, to quickly take the plastic off, set it up, and then go through some benchmark tests for you guys. Alright, now lifting the lid, we're first going to remove this protector covering the screen and then power it on by pressing the button up in the top right hand corner of the keyboard. And it promptly brought up the Apple logo, and now it's just going through the simple process to actually bring us to the OS 10 startup screen. And that was extremely fast thanks to the onboard flash storage, and I'm going to quickly run through this startup process before we actually confirm the specs on the computer itself. Alright, now that we're booted into OS 10, let's go ahead and click on the Apple menu up at the top, followed by about this Mac to reveal the specs. Alright, so at the top there, you'll notice that Yosemite does confirm that this is an early 2015 13-inch MacBook Air powered by a 1.6 GHz Intel Core i5 processor, 4 GB of RAM, and it does have Intel's HD Graphics 6000 on board. Now let's go through some benchmark tests really quick. Alright, so up first we have Blackmagic to test the speed of the flash storage. So let's go ahead and open up Blackmagic disk speed test here, and we're going to run through it. So simply clicking start, let's see what we get for write. We have about 630 megabytes per second for the write speed, and let's see what we get for read. Alright, for read, it looks like it's maxing out about 975 megabytes per second, and after letting it run for a bit, we have an insane read speed over here on the MacBook Air of about 1300 megabytes per second. That's awesome. It's now starting to slow down, but at any rate, this is blazing fast flash memory for the lower end 13-inch MacBook Air. And with that said, let's go ahead and switch over here to NovaBench. And NovaBench just kind of takes into consideration a number of different factors of a computer to kind of give you an overall benchmark score. Again, it does take into consideration how fast the memory is, its read and write speeds, things like graphics capabilities, and processing power. Alright, so NovaBench came in with a score of about 542. Not bad considering how small and underpowered this laptop is, but overall it could definitely be better. However, when you factor in Apple's target demographic for the MacBook Air, it does make sense. And unfortunately, as I mentioned before, we have the old style trackpad here. It's not the same as the one that's found on the new MacBook, as well as the 13-inch MacBook Pro with the Retina display. As you can see, it's actually physically moving when you push it down here, but I will have the 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display soon to unbox for you guys, and I'm going to demo it for you once that arrives. And now finally, let's briefly run over all of the ports on this computer. So closing it up here, over on the right hand side, we have the SD slot as well as a USB port and a Thunderbolt port. Flipping it around to the left side, we have another USB port, the MagSafe 2 charging port, as well as an option to connect headphones and a dual microphone there. Alright, and that concludes my unboxing and quick review of the early 2015 13-inch MacBook Air. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did and you're interested in my iPhone 6 giveaway that I have coming up, be sure to rate this video up and leave a relevant comment down below in the comment section. Also, you're going to need to navigate to freeappsfast.com and sign up following the on-screen steps. From there, you'll be able to download sponsored apps for points and redeem points for various prizes, including paid apps and gift cards. And to be notified more often when I release videos such as this one, including my unboxing for both the 13-inch MacBook Pro as well as the new MacBook, be sure to click that subscribe button down below next to my channel name if you have yet to, and also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.